what is the position? Because as a chairperson, you're supposed to get information. If you have the information, it is okay. But if you don't have it, then of course we can seek further clarification from the department. As the chairperson of roads, are you conversant with that road and the happenings behind the funding and so on and so forth? Or do you think it's something you'd wish to leave it for the executive to come and explain?
Mr. Speaker, I think my explanation is based on the statement that was forwarded to us to present to the House.
Yes.
And it is categorically stated that there is no funds for now. That's why the chairperson also giving advice to the member of Parliament.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I understand you. You are only trying to suggest an alternative, because if the answer is no money, then what do? Should we just abandon the project? Yes, Honorable Chiriba?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if I should echo the sentiment made by the Honorable Chair, I think there is some sense also if the response comments on the issue of lack of enough funds to do all the intended program at a time. So I think the Honorable Member for Malindi Town Ward should also admit the fact that as a county, and in as much as we would want it, everything to be done, the issue of resources remain to be very key, Mr. Speaker. So it is good that that same factor be looked upon, and as the chair advises, yes, if opportunity comes, the honorable member can give it a priority also. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Pascal.
Thank you, Chair, for this opportunity. Let me stand to actually support what the Chair and the Honorable Bonyeza has just put across. Mr. Speaker, we understand that it is the availability of resources that will take care of the projects to be implemented. Therefore, what Honorable Kadenge should do is liaise with the relevant parties so that during budgetary allocation we ensure that that project is taken care of, so that we can finish where it ended. I think that's the only thing we need to do, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much.
Honorable Chengo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Going by the response, I also have a concern here which the chair should also take back the CC. This project was awarded last financial year, and before allocation they knew very well the amount was not enough. So in my thinking, they did what they knew, and because they knew the amount was enough, they should tell us whether they were facing the project or just allocating the little amount and leave it at that stage.
And I think, Honorable Member, that should actually be the question.
Yes.
Is it a first project? Because when you say there's no money, I'm not supposed to contribute, but then I ask myself, so then what? Honorable Chair, and thank you, Honorable Thomas, I think you've hit the nail on the head. Is it therefore going to be a first project, or should we just say now, because there's no money, then we put our tools down and we just look at it? I think the question the CC should have addressed himself was that we had intended to do a road of certain magnitude. It was not possible. So in this case, we have faced it like phase 1, phase 2, so that should we have any money in the supplementary budget, then because when you say there's no money, Honorable Kadenge is not sure whether if there's money, the project will continue or it will be abandoned altogether to start another project. Does it make sense to you, Honorable Chair?
Mr. Speaker, you can guide the House on the next course of action.
In fact, what I would advise you to do is to find out from the CC member. I am not a procurement officer, but I also believe that the law says you only undertake projects which have been budgeted for. And if a budget doesn't have sufficient money, then you have to face it. The same way we have faced the construction of a building here. So I think what you need to find out from the Waziri is that fine, we could have allocated. Everybody is alive to the fact there's no money. In fact, for now, there's no money anywhere. But the question is it going to be a first project? Such that will the remainder be done so that then Honorable Kadenge can have something to tell his residents that, look here, we started this project, is going to cost amount X, but because of financial costs we have stalled here, but the executive have now faced it, like there's going to be a phase 2 of the project. Isn't that what you want to hear, Honorable Kadenge? Yes. Yeah, I think that would also make sense to him and his electorates as well. So probably you'll need to seek further clarifications from the, I therefore direct you to seek further clarifications from the CC member or whoever is in charge. Is the project going to be a first project? Yes, Honorable Stanley, you have anything to add?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, so that we're in a position to help the people of Malindi.
Yes.
The response is talking about the department being underway to grade and do maraming for the roads. But he raised a very important point on the issue of timelines. When are they planning to do the maraming, the grading, and when are they expecting to complete? So that at least it is definite. But as he said, he was talking about Jesus Christ coming. I don't know when, but he thought like the project will not be complete and will drag for a long period of time. So let the statement on the issues that he will forward to the CEC, let it come out very clear, the timelines for the works that can be done on the roads.
And whether the works will be faced.
Yeah, thank you.
I think your instructions are now clear. Yes, next statement was again from Honorable Kadenge to Honorable Mamutsi. Let's move to the next statement.
I think we've combined the statement, Mr. Speaker.
Oh, they have the same response?
There were two statements from the Honorable Member.
Oh, okay, fine. Honorable Ndago and Honorable Kalume are not present. Okay, if they're not present, then let's move to the next order. Oh, okay, there's another one from Honorable Taura.